New router with real-time video thumbnails. View your router sources on a built-in LCD. Plus, create your own router size. You decide the number of video inputs and outputs. The new Avenue router from Ensemble Designs.
Hi, I'm Phil Kurz, a contributing editor for Broadcast Engineering Magazine. I'm here today with Ardell Hill. Ardell, welcome. It's good to see you.
Here, Phil. Thank
when
you.
I invited you to be here, I thought I was going to be looking at you with the Media General cap on, but instead you come with the Barron Services cap on, so congratulations on your new position. So I'm sure a lot of people would like to know, how did this all come about that you're now the new president of the broadcast operations side of Barron Services?
Well, I've known Mr. Barron for a long time. Bob's a good friend, and he worked with us in Tampa at WFLA back in the mid-'80s, and he's a pretty passionate meteorologist, and he went back home to Huntsville, his home, and went back home to build out stronger weather systems. And he's grown steadily over the last 20 years or so, and he reached out to me and said, I have an opportunity for us to learn from each other and help grow my business, and I'm looking forward to getting you to join us.
Sure.
And I was not prepared for it, wasn't anticipating it, but he made that classic offer that I couldn't refuse, an opportunity to come home to my home state of Alabama, and opportunity to kind of engage his business and help him see what we can do to better support the broadcast community.
Right. Well, I did want to ask you some questions about the broadcast community as well. So I was wondering, do you feel like you've accomplished everything that you set out to accomplish in broadcasting and at Media General?
Well, you know, this is a constantly changing business. I think when you look at what the broadcast industry has gone through over the last 10 years in transitioning from an analog world to a digital world, I don't think one could ever think that he has accomplished everything that he'd want to accomplish. As an engineer at heart, our job is never done. You know, if you think about what we do every day is solve problems, and I don't know many days any of us get through without solving problems. But I'm very happy with the long tenure with Media General. They're a great company. I feel like that I helped contribute to their growth and their success. I leave them behind, I think, with strong contributions and a strong team that I'm still very proud of. They'll always be my family.
Oh, sure.
They're 29 years of my heart and soul is there. But you know, I feel very proud of the accomplishments that we made while I was there. And,
right.
I think we did, and they have done some really unique things to lead the business,
right.
Lead the industry with a lot of the initiatives that Media General undertook.
So broadcasting is very dear to your heart, and I'm just wondering, what do you view as the future for the over-the-air component of television broadcasting?
I got to tell you, I'm more excited about the future of broadcast television today than I've ever been. Without a doubt, the transition to a digital platform for broadcasting is exciting. Some of the most creative and exciting engineers in the industry and the business as a whole reside in the broadcast community. And we're just at the beginning of being able to maximize and capitalize on all of the things that are capable with broadcasters being in a digital platform. And it's really exciting to know that there are people already working on the next generation of what digital television is going to be. Things like mobile, being able to put television in the hands of the consumer wherever they are, whenever they want to see it, to see the information that they're come to expect of television is right there in their hands without having to leverage an internet pipe and pay a fee to get it. It's going to be a service that they can depend on as always, whether it's the storms, the local news, or the favorite show of the day. They're going to have television right there in their hands, and mobile television is just one of multitudes of new opportunities and exciting things that lay ahead for broadcasters.
Sure. And as you know, there are proposals now on the table that would require broadcasters to go through a repacking process. What are your thoughts about that?
You know, that's a very complicated subject. I could sit here and talk to you for the next 2 hours about that. I'll try to sum it up with a couple of thoughts. First, delivering high quality, wideband content to large numbers of people in a local community over the internet, you could never provide enough spectrum to do that with one-to-one streams. There are just no efficiency models, no repacking models that could ever provide enough spectrum to have that happen. Realistically, if we were starting from scratch, is there a more efficient way to use the spectrum than the way the spectrum's used today? I think we'll all acknowledge that. But the fact of the matter is we have an industry that's in place for 50 plus years here. And we have other users of the spectrum who have likewise been in place for that length of time and longer. Certainly radio users and the users of the spectrum have been around for a while. So we don't have the luxury of a clean slate of paper. And I think it's very unfair to just arbitrarily suggest that in order to provide spectrum in the broadband community, we have to take it away from the broadcast community at the very time when broadcasters are just beginning to really deliver on some of the real opportunities digital provides. Right. So it's a tough thing for me to accept that the appropriate process is to take spectrum away from the broadcast community in order to provide that to pay services of broadband providers that are going to charge the consumer for each data bit that goes across that line. We've advocated at Media General as well as the broadcast community that we believe there's a way to address this issue. We're just asking as the broadcast community for the opportunity to participate in the process instead of being told what the process is going to be.
Mm-hmm. And lastly, turning back now to Barron Services for a moment, broadcasters aren't just transmitting to televisions and mobile devices, mobile DTV devices. You know, now they're serving content up on a lot of different platforms, the web, tablets, smartphones, etc. What sort of solutions do you have that can help them on those platforms when it comes to weather?
Well, the Barron's team has an awful lot of products coming to the table that you're going to see at this show as folks come around and see the new things they're doing. They're engaged in social media. They're engaged in applets for all of the new smartphone applications. We're listening to our customers, and that's the key, to listen to the broadcasters and make sure that our products are the kinds of products that they're looking for. We have a lot of creative ideas that I'm not going to sit here and suggest that it would be appropriate for me to list all those on the table for you yet, because we're still building the list.
Well, there you go.
But I'm pretty excited to be part of that team and to bring the background of working inside with TV stations and with my local general managers and chief engineers at our stations over the past 30, 40 years to help the folks at Barron see the perspective of what our broadcasters really need from them and work with their team to give those products. But the most important piece is listen to our customer, find out what he needs, and make sure that we're there to give it to him.
Well, once again, congratulations, and I really enjoyed speaking with you. Thanks, Ardell.
Enjoyed it.
Okay.
Thank you.